These ladies have been on fire lately. They've been dropping banger after banger after banger. And today we add to that collection with a brand new song from these lovely ladies called Ritual. I am still so highly anticipating this album. I feel like the way you guys have been hyping up and what I've been hearing, this could be an insane rock album for this year, and to add on to the rest of them have been coming out anyways. And so I'm just so excited to dive into another song from them. So let's not waste more time. Rock out these ladies and do his thing. Here we go. Oh. Oh yeah. I always get blown away with how full and how just insanely hard that just three girls can rock out. I mean, it's literally just a guitar, a drum set, and a bass. That's all it is. And yet they somehow rock out so hard and they sound so full in their music. It's insane. It's just ridiculous. I freaking love it. Yeah, get it, Danny. Alright, back to English. Okay. That's cool. I love the guitars on my left side right now. Hey, pal.
Cause I just see death and what is beautiful, playing all the funerals.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Was blissfully delusional, but I did pride myself like it's a ritual.
Oh. Oh, that was cool. The ba-dam, 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 and then just do going back and forth like that with Pal. Pal loves that century move. I feel like it's one of her. I think it's one of her favorite things to do. I feel like because she does it all the time and grabs the cymbals like that and looks right death like stare into the camera. It's so dope. I love it. This is honestly, I think one of my favorite ones I've heard from the last two we've had so far. I mean, I've really loved the last two, especially getting to hear some Spanish from the last one we did, which I can't remember what it's called right now, unfortunately. I'm terrible at remembering song names. I apologize. But this one might be my favorite. It's really just rocking out so hard, and like the message is really appealing to me, actually. If I look at this real quick, it almost sounds like, see, she says, I just see death in what is beautiful. Everyone's blissfully delusional, but I deprive myself like it's a ritual. So if I'm looking at this here, it's almost like she's saying she's looking at, it's almost like she is being surrounded almost like by all this negativity, which she's referring to in like death. And she's trying to find almost like the beauty in it, of it all. While everyone else is like basically delusional. And so like almost like wow, everybody else is like feeding into that delusion and almost like the negativity in a way. She says she's depriving herself like it's a ritual. Like she's almost like avoiding it. Like the strength of somebody who like follows a ritual, if you will. Like she doesn't want almost like any part to do with that. So she's almost like saying, I see all this negativity around me, but I'm looking into the beauty of it all, and I'm trying to avoid it, almost like to extent of like a ritual, and the how strong like people follow rituals sometimes. I think that's what I kind of were going for. But we keep going. Let's see. We'll find out. There's the POW. Wait for it. There it is. Yeah.
Prescription, I found a new addiction. Now I'm not eating, and I'm not sleeping. My mind is playing fiction, a curse of my existence. Hyperfixation, no medication stops me from calling the dead. Light the candles on my bed, bracing for the world to end. It
See,
makes
the
me
other thing I'm noticing too is the fact that you see like their wings on fire. Like I feel like that almost resembles the idea of like the fire is trying to burn their angel wings and like almost maybe even get rid of them, but they're still staying true to who they are. They're still ignoring the negativity, if you will, despite like somebody's trying to like almost like put out their positivity in a way. And they're resembling that by, like I said, the wings being on fire in a way. It's almost like hell coming through, trying to giving them to like fall for temptation, but they're still staying true to who they are with their angel wings. It's very cool, very cool.
bracing for the world to end.
Even saying something as dramatic as that.
Makes me wanna rip my hair off my head, 'cause I just see death and what is beautiful. Plan all the funerals.
I love that part.
Was blissfully delusional, but I did pride myself like it's a ritual.
Wow, this is so cool. I love this music video. Oh shit. I'm not ready for this. What's happening? Whoa!
I just see death and what is beautiful.
Oh man, that was sick.
Everyone's blissfully delusional, but I did pride myself like it's a ritual. But I did pride myself like it's a ritual. But I did pride myself like it's a ritual.
Ooh, interesting. Wow. Okay, okay. So this is the thing I'm trying to figure out here. At the end here, we see like their three almost like souls in angel form appearing here. And so I'm curious like what that might mean. Is that almost like saying as much as us humans want to try to avoid the temptations from whether it be that of the devil himself or just life's temptations that we come across in our lifetime, that no matter how much we try to avoid it, we end up giving in. And I think that's why at the end there we kind of see some like blood on the angel wings, like they almost like lost to the temptation. But then when we see the three like glowing angels here, that maybe is like our guardian angels watching over us and trying to help guide us away from that temptation in the long run. And almost like, you know, we make our mistake, but then our guardian angels comes in and say, hey, we made a mistake, it's okay, you know, I get it, it's a strong temptation that you fell for, but I'm here to help you avoid that going forward. And maybe that's what they're going for with this imagery, I think, but I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's kind of like what I'm like, that's what like I think my brain's going for right now. But again, this is why I love like being able to experience music with you guys, because then I get to hear what you guys think or what your interpretations are and what you guys, you know, take from this music video or from the lyrics themselves or whatever the case may be. So yeah, but that's exactly what I'm kind of taking from it. I'm taking it as in throughout the video we see them battling with temptation, avoiding it, and not giving in as much, no matter what's going on and whatnot. And the fact that they're saying, like, trying to avoid it and whatnot is like making them want to rip their heart out or explode, or they want to, like, their brain's gonna explode or something like that. So it's like fighting against it is so agonizing. And maybe that's why at the end they kind of just end up giving in, because it's like they can't take it anymore. They have to just give in just to get some kind of relief maybe. But then again, like I said, the guardian angels then pop in and save them from their from their sin or from their temptations or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, really cool, honestly. Like I said, this is my favorite song I've heard so far. I'm assuming it's gonna be on the album. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, so give me a second. Maybe. Nope, sneeze went away. Sorry. Anyways, I think that this is probably my favorite one off of what I'm assuming these 3 songs are going to be off the album. And like I said, I love all 3 of them, but for some reason, I really love the message of this one, and this one just felt really heavy. It felt just like some really sick, hard rock. And like I said before, it's amazing that 3 members like this in a band can just sound so full and rock so hard when there's plenty of bands out there with like 2 guitarists, a bassist, a drummer, a singer. Sometimes they have a guitarist and a rhythm guitarist, and maybe another guitarist. And hell, look at a band like Slipknot. They have like 25 members. Not really, exaggerating, but you know what I mean. They have so many members, and like, yeah, they sound like a sick ass band. They're my favorites of all time. But sometimes you're like questioning, okay, do you really need all these people though? And I don't know. Sometimes I think that maybe we don't need all those people. Maybe sometimes you can't get with just a 3-member band. But regardless, I am excited to hear more songs as they release them, and especially for this album whenever we get it. So I'm going to definitely be keeping my eyes peeled and wait for the album. I'm ready for it to come out. So anyways, guys, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below. Now go ahead and place my reaction playlist for The Warning over here, and you can check my most recent reaction to them if you haven't already over here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and showing the support, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright guys, bye!